Alright, it's 9 a.m. already. Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream. I'm Fred from Trading Forever channel, and I'm excited to be here with you all. I've been a professional trader and a licensed technical analyst since 2008. My strength is combining day trading, swing trading, and portfolio management into my own unique top-down approach to the markets. I've trained traders all around the world. No matter if you're a beginner trader or a seasoned technician looking for a new trading idea, you are in the right place. Today we'll be do some pre-market analysis and do some chart analysis as well. So before we begin, make sure to say hello in the chat and let me know where you are watching from, and I will do my best to answer your questions throughout the stream. Okay, so let's get started. Let's kick things off with yesterday's market. So as you guys can see, index level performance was kind of mixed yesterday. Let's just switch to 5 minutes chart so that's better understanding. Let's say whole yesterday. So yesterday was quite mixed, yet action under the surface were more positive. Still, there was not a lot of conviction on either side of the tape. So you guys can clearly see we are still in this kind of range, right? So uncertainty about the debt ceiling remains front of mind for the market participants. Over the weekend, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen restated in an interview that early June is a hard deadline for the debt ceiling, and that the odds the U.S. can pay all its bills on June 15 are quite low without a debt ceiling increase, according to NBC News. And House Speaker Kevin McCarthy though told reporters that it's possible to get a deal last night or later this week. However, we couldn't find more information about this thing, so how things goes last night, we don't know that yet. And President Biden and House Speaker McCarthy plan to meet around 5:30 p.m. and for further discussions. There was also some commentary from Fed officials for market participants to digest today. So Minneapolis Fed president said in a CNBC interview that a decision to pause in June is a close call, adding that if the Fed pauses in June, it doesn't mean the tightening circle is over. And St. Louis Fed President Bullard said he thinks 2 more rate hikes are needed this year. So actually, the market is kind of playing around this hiking circle, and that's in everybody's kind of attract everybody's attention around this thing. So sometimes the Fed say, hey, we're gonna keep increase the interest rate, and the market just fall, and the Fed say we are not doing that, and the market raise again. So actually this thing still caught everybody's attention, and stock didn't have an outsized reaction to the this kind of catalogs. So I don't know, what do you think about this market? So please feel free to share your thoughts in the chart, and I'm happy to answer that for you. And from the chart talk, the SPY is absolutely, compared to Q's, is kind of weaker than Q, but it's still relatively very strong, although it's extended from the 8 and 21 EMA. This kind of yellow line right here, that's 8 EMA on daily, and this is 21. We can see some extension clearly right here. So however, the support in the area around this 4170.2-ish level, which is yesterday, is still relatively strong, and at the same time, the selling pressure, supposed moving average division around 420-ish above, and the 4 minutes tomorrow also dooms the market. So therefore, it's unlikely to rush up today. So it's unlikely the SPY or the Qs will directly go up today. I mean, it's very hard to break up this level without any possible positive news, and still we have this kind of extension problems right here. So I think it's very hard to go up directly today. However, I'm also not the short side of the seller, like say, hey, we should short the market. No, I think the market will, still kind of going consolidation right here, and then kind of moving upside down. I mean, between the 4170, 417 and 420 level today, and then waiting for the 8 moving average to move closer, which might be cause this 80 MA closer to the price. And I mean, if the SPY open high and but lower than the 420 level, I prefer to use yesterday's high to short some SPY. Absolutely, that's what I'm thinking. And talking about the Qs, actually, compared with SPY, we can see something much clearer about this kind of Qs. So it's strong, absolutely stronger compared to the SPY. You can see that mainly due to because of the tech, the recent tech, performance are very strong. The logic is similar to SPY. If today cannot break yesterday's pre-market high, or it may form a short-term double top like this way. That's a 50-minute chart, so it's clear to see that. So it's stronger than SPY, absolutely. However, it may cause some resistance because it's double top same. That's a pre-market yesterday, that's a pre-market this morning, and if we couldn't see this pre-market go up, and then that sounds we might have some problem. And that's a pre-market session, and that's an aftermarket. As we can see clearly, after the market close, the market literally move high, move high with this level. However, at today's pre-market session, the market just moved down, and it always close to yesterday's low. I think now it's maybe some people might want to try some buying here, but just be cautious. That's very things to do. And actually today we want talking more about the EV stock. So actually yesterday's EV stock just boost a lot, like Tesla, right? Tesla, Lucid, NIO, and there's might be some reason behind the surge in EV electronic vehicle stocks. And yesterday the Tesla was performed pretty good, which is 4.85% as what I analyzed. So let me just zoom this a little bit so you guys can see that clearly. So let me just make this bigger. So actually Tesla finally start a new active squeeze to the long side. I re-entered last Wednesday, which is around this one is 169.76-ish level, and it confirmed the change when it cleared 177 and hold it in 191-ish level, which is cleared right here. So 199.58, which is a last resistance level, and yesterday's high was 189.32. I want to see whether the Tesla will kind of clear this level as another high in pole. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. Actually going deep for the research about the reason. There might be some reason behind it. The electronic vehicle industry in the US is still in a state of flux after new rule dramatically changed which vehicles qualify for the full EV tax credit. The World Auto noted the new rules means that consumers view some EV vehicles as sudden $7,500 more expensive than at the beginning of this year. So hey, good morning everybody. I mean, the new EV rules have made models built outside the US by European, Asian, and some US automakers, ineligible for the full tax credit. In addition to the Building American rule, the Inflation Reduction Act also contains rules about composition of various vehicle components, including the source of critical minerals used in batteries. So the auto noted that the rapid rise in EVs to 8% of the total market in Q1 was likely particularly surprised by the consumer rushing into buying before the new rules were in place. So however, now there are concerns about the impact of the tax confusion on EV demand. So I mean, a lot of EV companies reported quite positive demand for the EV vehicles demanding. I mean, however, this is more like the customer, because of the tax changing, they're gonna be $7,000 more compared to the beginning of this year. So maybe just because the consumer just rushing to buy before the new rules were in place. So that might be a reason why all those kind of EV companies reported quite positive earnings. And so far in Q2, Q2, the electronic vehicles have only accounted for 7% of all vehicle sales in the US, in what will be a disappointing deceleration if it continues. So that's something everybody should keep in mind. I mean, even Tesla right now is started a new active squeeze to the long side. However, I personally do not think it will remaining this kind of keep such bullish trend for until Q2. That might be a possible reason. And I also received some questions last night about Tesla and Lucid, which one is better. Let me just show you guys. LCID. I mean, I double checked their vehicles. I think it's pretty good. I like their designing. I mean, from the designing side of the analysis, I feel like it's very cool, right? The car is stunning. I mean, compared to Tesla Model 3, I mean, their car absolutely looks better. That's from the one side. However, as an analyst, I mean, we can do something more. So that's their financial problem. So we can dig in more about their things. So actually, Lucid declares the company is producing the very best car in the world. But for me, as an investor, financials and certainty regarding future growth are the most important. Demand for EVs is weakening, and it's highly likely that the company will be forced to reverse production guidance for 2023 down. What do you think about Rivian? We can talk about that later. However, personally, I feel like Rivian is a very, very cool trunk, like pickup, right? Compared with the Cybertruck, I personally feel like Rivian is very cool. However, it's still, like a story. We couldn't, see how it can. I didn't see anything about their production guidance. So far, I feel like it's not very good. I mean, back to our Lucid, there's a very uncertainty regarding the company's future prospects. So I believe near-term business performance, which I expect to be weak, will provide overvaluation estimates in affecting the stock price. So Lucid's guidance, Lucid Group stock price is low, which is almost like 90% down. Let me just show you guys this kind of thing. You guys can see that's a daily chart. So back to the weekly, it's even more horrible. That's like 90% down directly from the top, right? So given the substantial uncertainty related to the company's sales growth and break-even timing, I believe such a dramatic sell-off was fair, which I think still. Now it's time to bottom fishing? I don't think so. We have more reasons why don't. So just give me more time. All right. So I mean, the company actually is burning cash rapidly, and the current cash reserves would be enough to financial operations only until Q1 2024, which is horrible. According to the company's CFO, moreover, my valuation analysis suggests the stock is still significantly overvalued. Lucid is a relatively young company in a stock market, and thus financial performance has been available only since fiscal year 2019. And so, arguably not very informative, right? So that's their financial saying. We can clearly see that based on the above table, we can only conclude that the company have been ramping up its production last year, right? So actually that cost by far outweigh revenue. So we need to dig in down to details to understand when the company is expected to turn profitable. From the revenue, actually that's a gross profit. We can see that it's still not making any money. That's negative. That's million, right? So that's negative $127 million. That's negative $1,000 million, right? So it's still negative. So we want to dig in more. Moreover, actually during the last earnings calls, Peter, which is the CEO, underlined that the company has more than 28,000 reservations. Compared to the number of deliveries guidance for 2023, the number of reservations might indicate a substantial certainty of future revenues. But let me add context here, okay? So first, these reservations are not binding, meaning potential customers can cancel without a penalty. So that's horrible, right? So how about a reservation you can cancel without a penalty? I mean, if I don't want this car anymore, I can cancel it anytime I want, right? So first, this reservations are not binding. And second, the number of reservations declined sharply if we compare it to the quarter 2, which is 2022 earnings announcement, when management reported 37,000 units in reservations. Right now we only have 28,000, which is a decline. I believe that 25% decline in the number of reservations within 6 months tell us a lot about the extent of weakened demand for Lucid vehicles. Hello, bro. Question: what caused EV stocks jump so much? I think you better listen more carefully, okay? Actually, I mentioned at the very beginning the reason the EV stock jumped so hard. That's because the tax problem. So the EV tax possibly will jump so high, so which rush the customer going to buy more cars before the tax change. So that's what we mentioned at the very beginning, okay? And back to our Lucid. So the company's balance sheet might look healthy with negative net debt and very high liquidity ratios, but in our balance sheet analysis, we must incorporate the very high cash burning pace. In fiscal year 2022, the company's net change in cash was negative $4.5 billion, meaning the company is highly likely to run out of money by the end of 2023 or near 2024. And to conclude, investing in Lucid stocks is substantially risky, and the potential benefits for investors are very uncertain. The stock is a sell for me since my analysis indicates that weakened operating and financial performance in future is highly likely, mainly due to the weakened momentum in the EV industry. Moreover, the break-even point timing for the company's business is very uncertain and will likely face headwinds in near future. So let's just back to Lucid's chart. So I mean, right now everybody might think, hey, I think as what you draw, this line right here might be a clear support level for the Lucid. So can I long something right here? Actually, if I facing a problem like financial problem, this company might run out of their cash by end of 2023 or early 2024, which means this company might go to dirt. So there's no mean to just bottom fishing this guy. I mean, I don't know, have you guys heard about tutoring? Before, how much is it? Before it's like $100 stock. Right now, you think that's the end of this story? You trying to bottom vision? That's $5. Then boom, going to $2. You trying to bottom fishing again? possibly go to $1. So that's about that's a story about the bottom vision. So I'm not this kind of guy. I mean, still it's sharply downtrend, and right now we can see something slowing down. However, I still don't want bottom vision to see it. I think this company is very bad. Personally, financially, and from the chart, I just don't like the idea about longing to see. Okay, and the Tesla is absolutely better. I mean, let's go into Tesla. I mean, Tesla is absolutely better. So no matter just financially, and we can see the market cap of Tesla. I know most guys possibly don't like Elon Musk says something stupid in front of the camera or something. However, Tesla is still, the market cap for Tesla is still very positive in my personal viewing. So, I mean, we can clearly see that we have resistance possibly somewhere around 191-ish level, and yesterday's high was 189.32. So possibly if this guy will taking out this 191, we possibly will see more to see $200 in the future. Next couple of days we can see that. And some people also ask me question about like, what do I think about NIO? What do I think about NIO's battery sweeping model? Okay, so let's talk about NIO. NIO is a company I traded a million times, and to be very honest, I just like trading them, but I'm not a big fan of NIO as well. So NIO's current vehicle lineup accounts for 7 different BEVs, 2 sedans, 3 SUVs, and 2 coupe SUVs. All of its products are equipped with cutting-edge technologies, especially now with transition to the NT 2.0 platform, making NIO not only an automaker company but also a software company. Considering the enormous amount of resources invested in R&D to develop software applications to improve both vehicles' functionalities and the battery system, NIO's vehicle targets a high-end segment of the passenger vehicle market, comprising the mid to large size premium SUV and sedan with an average starting price of more than $50,000. And considering that the average price for a car in China is around $35,000, and the average salary is around $16,000. So NIO's products are definitely destined for the wealthiest position of the Chinese population. And in 2022, NIO sold only 122,000 BEVs, and despite the company is trying to expand its operations internationally, its vehicles were almost entirely delivered to the Chinese market. Other than the sales of EVs, NIO developed and sells several power charging solutions for its clients, comprising the innovative power sweep stations. Like you just go to their station and they're gonna sweep the batteries very quick with fully charged one instead of charging their own battery. So all of which takes the same amount of time of a traditional stop at the gas station. Currently, NIO has installed more than 1,000 power sweep stations, which account for the 50% of the battery charging done by NIO's clients in 2022, and it expects to double that number in 2023. In addition, why is Ford so cheap? Let me just read the chat. Why is Ford so cheap? Is there any opportunity to buy? Okay, we can just take a look at the Ford's products, and you might have the answer, right? Take out the Ford's products. Their pickup is very good, to be very honest. Take a look at the Mustang. How many people still driving Mustang? Still, young people. How about the mid-age? Did they drive Mustang? How about Lincoln? Do you think Lincoln is very, very nice car compared with Toyota? Which one is better? Still, That's a clear answer. Lexus with Lincoln. Someone prefer to buy Lexus instead of Ford. I guess it's Ford's strategy to fight against Japanese car makers, lower the price and size the market. Lower the price and size the market. That might be a reason, but I don't think that's a full reason. Be very honest. I mean, back to our NIO. In addition to the battery sweep, they offer so-called battery as a service solution, which under a subscription program permit NIO's customers to receive battery upgrades for the whole duration of contracts. As of the end of 2022, revenues generated by power solutions and other accounted for 8% of total revenue. So we can see that this kind of whole services only account 8% of the total revenues. So looking at NIO's past operation performance, revenues grows at a compound annually. That's a compound annually, of 77.49% from. Let me switch this to numbers, so that might be better. From $719 million in 2008 to $7.1 billion in 2023. So the gross margin has declined from 18% in 2023 compared with the industry average to 10% in 2022 due to an unfavorable product mix after the introduction of the ET5 sedan, which has a lower price compared to the other models, and the increase of lithium price used for the battery system. And actually, despite struggling to break even, NIO present a healthy financial position, which have a net cash. We still can see they also still have a very healthy kind of financial thing here. I mean, their net cash position of $2.2 billion, a current ratio of 1.29, and a debt to equity ratio of 0.86. The Chinese EV market is highly competitive with hundreds of players competing for market shares. However, the undisputed king is BYD, which is, let me just show you guys, where is BYD? BYDDF. Yeah, that's BYD. So that's a king of this market in China, which in 2022 stopped selling ICE vehicles, switching to a fully electrified vehicles lineup. With 1.8 million EVs sold in 2022, BYD placed first in China, and followed by Tesla with more than 400,000 EVs sold. So NIO placed only 6th after tightened competition with two other EV startups, which is Li. Let me show you. Li is right here, and Xiaopan, which is HPEV. Xiaopan, this guy. And I personally do not favor either three of this guy. I mean, Xiaopan, Li, or NIO. I don't like either three of them. I mean, if you're trying to catch the higher, the wealthy portion of the Chinese population, I think the brands are very important. And right now, NIO trying to use their services to catch more, wealthy customer in China. However, I don't feel that way. I mean, if you have the same money, why don't just buy Mercedes-Benz, right? Buy BMW. Why not do that? Why just buy NIO? Because of the services. What kind of services? Just they go into your place and swipe the battery for you. Do you think that service is worth more than a car, more than a vehicle, more than comfort? I personally don't feel that way. So that's what I'm thinking about NIO. I mean, let's see. Alright, I'm done with my topics about EV cars. So now it's time for our live Q&A session. If you have any questions related to what we've discussed or any other topic, feel free to ask them in the chat. and I can see that CMB hopes to be the world boss. Possibly, but unlikely, to be very honest. Possibly, but unlikely. Okay. And we can go through some very hot topics recently, like Apple. Let me just switch this to the daily chart. So Apple is quite decent. From this poll, that's quite decent. We can see it's already reached this resistance level, which was 176.39. Apple right now looks very interesting today. As MU Bank in China raises some existing concerns that if the things did escalate with China, they can use pressure, Apple business. So we'll see how it react today. Does it hold 173 area, or do they shake the trade lower? We don't know that. That's absolutely something we want to see today about Apple. And out of the very beginning about the market, I especially mentioned no matter Qs or SPY, both reached actually at a very higher level. Oh, Apple opened lower, and that's Apple. And we can see was hold the 173-ish level. Looks like doesn't hold. We can still see some people trying to buy some Apple right here. So Google, let's go take a look. Google was absolutely another big focus and a power play for us, as it went from 107 to 125 plus. I did get out of mine. I'll see how it digests 122 some support, and 8 day is all the way near 118, and I'll revisit with a better setup. Right now I still think it's very already extended. I see some seller coming in. I couldn't be I couldn't find this setup can be an enter, so that might be a reason why I kind of sell mine. I didn't enter anything about this thing. Take a look at a SPY open lower, which is lower than yesterday's low. Actually, yesterday was a inside day, so I don't know how you guys trade stock or not. I don't know that. Inside day is absolutely interesting to play. If break yesterday's low, it's a confirmation for the low side of the trade. It's for the short side of the trade. If you break yesterday's high, can be a long side of yesterday's high. So that's a way how we played inside day, and that's a pre-market session, and we can clearly see that 15 minutes this guy trying to bounce up a little bit. I couldn't see any extension on 15 minutes. I can see some extension on 5 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. Plus there's a clear cross right here. That's a cross for 8 and 21, and possibly buyers still trying to get in. Absolutely. As what I said at the very beginning, it's okay, and just feel free to ask any questions related to what we've discussed or any other topics. Just feel free to ask them in the chart, and I'm happy to answer that for you. I can see the market is struggling right now, trying to bounce up a bit, but the selling pressure was absolutely very strong. Let's take a look about Walmart. Oh, Walmart, let's go. Keep going down, huh? Take a look at the Qs. The Q is absolutely stronger. I mean, compared with SPY, you guys can see that. That's a difference compared with Qs. SPY, right? Yeah, that's SPY, and that's Q. Q is absolutely stronger compared with SPY. I mean, no matter Target or Walmart, they all have retail selling, data release. So I personally feel, there's more selling pressure compared they buying. I mean, absolutely, possibly we have some corrections recently, but other than that, we couldn't see anything else. Do you guys have any other questions? Yes, we also have the Twitter space. So is there any guys have questions on Twitter?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I am. I've been watching your stream for a while, and I am the fighting Jackie. I want to ask you. Recently, I've seen the rise of the EV stocks. I wonder why. What causes the rise? They jump so much.
Okay, actually, I answer these questions to at the very first beginning, and thank you so much for following me and joining my session and discuss this with me. I mean, the EV industry in US is still in a state of flux after new rule changes dramatically change with vehicle qualify for the full EV tax credits. I mean, as calculation, so the new rules means that consumers view some EV vehicles as suddenly $7,000 more expensive than at the beginning of the year. So for most consumers, so the possibly the reason why the Q1 might be better is some customers rushing into buy before the new rules were in place. However, now there are still concerns about the impact of the tax confusion on EV demand, and I personally do not like to gambling about the EV stock, especially as what we mentioned today about the Lucid, the Tesla. I mean, Tesla absolutely a ball move. However, Lucid is absolutely horrible, no matter from fundamentally, financially, and from the chart. I don't like this setup at all. So I personally feel like the way EV pull out just because of the tax rules, the new tax rule possibly will impose recently. That might rush some consumers rushing to buy more EV cars. So that might be a problem why the EV stocks kind of going so good recently. And for the quarter two, I personally do not feel it will be very good reporting because so far in quarter two, EV have only accounted for 7% of all vehicle sales in the US, in what would be disappointing declaration if it continues.
Oh yeah, brilliant ideas. I'm so sorry, I just missed the part you explained the question I've already put forward in the chat box.
Which one?
I just said I'm so sorry. You've already explained the question I put forward in the chat box.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah, your idea is brilliant. Thank you very much.
No problem at all.
Thank you. Goodbye, sir. Have a good day.
Uh-huh. looks like the market is already choose its direction, and the AEMA is catching up. I think possibly we can short some SPY here. I don't know what you guys think. I enjoy this setup quite a lot. Today gonna be very low, you know. Tomorrow we have 4 minutes, so today it is more like, you know, market moving towards AEMA, or, you know, kind of consolidation right here, waiting the EMA catching up and, you know, close to the price, and then, you know, after the Powell speaking, the market either just like rockets and keep rocking, or, you know, going down like a reverse. So that's what I'm thinking about this market for today. It's kind of untradeable today, personally. I feel, you know, I mean, from daily chart, you can see that's clearly as a clear inside day. The low of yesterday is 417.35, and for the day before was 417.35, and today open low, which is below yesterday's low, and kind of, you know, below here, and pull up a little bit. However, I personally feel still like it's more like, I mean, I don't like this kind of breakdown this thing. I just don't like this setup. We can still see a couple gaps. I mean, now we can see 5 minutes. It's trying to fill the gap. It's common gap, so it tends to fill absolutely. However, yeah, we will see. We'll see how it goes. Right now, enter the boarding band, lowercase, okay. I think we can open some SPY here. Open to short some SPY, just this price, and a stop right here. Maybe it's 418. Yes, we will, you know, send our signals to our Discord channel. I mean, every day, our daily analysis, like what we think about the market and how we view the market, and we will send that to our Discord channel. And you guys can find that on the right side of my screen, and you guys can see that we have a nice picture over there. Possibly it's not nice. I feel it's okay. And you can find our link there, and you can also find the link below our profile to join our Discord for free. 3 minutes, another kind of, you know, reverse hammer doji, which is a shooting star. I like that. You know, that's a signal for the short side of the market. So let's go. Quickly drop down to this level. We will see that. I will try to, you know, close a couple positions which are around 417.20ish. I mean, that's a bounce. That's a clearly bounce for this thing. I mean, selling pressure quite strong right now. The market keep going up. I don't feel that way. That selling was a very big thing for US market. Actually, President Biden was trying to act very confident and trying to act very quick to solve the problem. However, I don't think he can solve this problem at a very short time. You know, think about the Nasdaq selling problem. How many times we take, right? President Obama took like 100 days something. So you mean Biden can solve this problem in 1 day, in 2 days, in a week? I don't think so. So possibly the market will kind of close down again, like the government will shut down again because of kind of their selling problem. So that might be one thing. I don't know how you guys feel about this thing. The market keep trying to go up and touch these little things. The selling pressure still very strong. Oh my god, that's a nice shorter, right? How about that? Enjoy the selling? You guys enjoy that? The feel of making money? I enjoy that. We have some new guests on Twitter. I mean, feel free to speak and ask any questions. Oh, I personally feel like, short this market. That's another. Yeah, market trying to be like showing something like, hey, we are strong right now. I'm holding up. It's not. It's pretending. That's a way about pretending. The market is pretending to like, hey, we're holding this level. Do not drop, do not selling. I mean, if you are institution, if you are company, if you hold a lot of shares, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sell something. From technique, we see extension, right? We know it's a gap, and now gap have been filled. What are you gonna do? Sure, clear answer. That's how we trade the market, right? 3 minutes is clear, and possibly we can switch to 1 minute to see how that goes. Even much clearer. If you simply just take a look at today, you see, oh, that's a uptrend, possibly higher high, higher lows, but no, it's not uptrend. Somebody say something crazy, the market pulling up, another huge selling. Possibly the Fed speaks something crazy right now. I know we have 2 speakers today about the market. Let's take a look. Let's search some news about the Fed. See what are they saying. That's pretending, right? Pretend it's very strong and show you guys momentum and turn huge green into huge red. Now it did it again. No volume. You see that? There's no volume. This is just to trigger some people's stop loss. I mean, some trader at the very beginning, they're trying to think, hey, we just trying to tighten my position. I want to stop out here, and I think this might be a very good place. Think that's a day high. I mean, I don't normally do that. I don't normally do that. I know that that's a very good place to take a lot of short position shares. However, the risk is so tight. I mean, the stop loss in this kind of tight position, you are literally risking everything in one trade. Like, hey, you want to lose $200 in one trade? Yes, you're right. However, I mean, the tighten stop loss just kind of like something just to tighten up your feet, your hands. You cannot do anything. So that might be a problem why most people might be kind of stop out in the market going exactly like what you pretend you want to be. And that's like a pretending. The market is pretending, okay? It's pretending it's very strong, trying to hold up this thing. Let's see, the AEMA still here, so there's nothing to worry about. Let's go back to 1 day daily chart to see. Yeah, we still have a lot of way. The AEMA catching up a little bit to 41623 level, and we still, there's nothing to worry about. I still want short this guy, no matter what. You see, that's at 5 minutes better. Yeah, some people like to trade 5 minutes chart. I mean, out of the market open, 1 minute, 3 minutes is good. 5 minutes is okay. I mean, for most time, 5 minutes is okay as well. Okay, now it's trying to not pretending. Mr. Market trying to drop right now. $50 minutes. I couldn't see any news about the Fed, any other like format members big possibly. Let me see on the move something new. I couldn't see that. Really, to be very honest, I couldn't see any news about that. Financials, trading news. Yeah, the only thing I see on my news chat is Broadcom jumps 5% on multi-billion-dollar Apple component deal. Qualcomm dips, which is Apple. I mean, have reached a multi-billion-dollar deal with Broadcom for U.S. made components. That's not helping about the SPY. I mean, let me tell you guys a story about shorts, about SPY and Qs. If I try to short something, I will pick the weaker guy, which in this case, SPY. Qs are strong, right? So if we're trying to long something, I will long something from Q. If I try to short something, I will short something from SPY. On SPY. No doubts. As AEMA catching up on 5 minutes and 21 EMA catching up, that's a drop. Let's go. It's dropping, right? How about I play a music for you guys? Have you guys heard about the music about Rocky Man? Let me show you. Rocky Man. You see that? Out in their positions. Tomorrow is 4 minutes. There's no way you should buy or some people. Some optimistic people saying like, hey, we should buy something. We literally want to buy more shares. Okay, but wait until tomorrow. Okay, don't do that today. And some people possibly they trying to bet the market, like do gambling about the market. They say, okay, I want more money. I want kind of get in this market as early as possible. And kind of doing something like that. So possibly they are doing the same. And the smarter guys are short this market and are selling their positions right now. As you guys can see from this 3 minutes and 5 minutes chart, that's clear. Let's see. I couldn't see any news about the FOMC member talks. Let's go through the U.S. economy. Oh, I see that. You guys see that news? So actually the new house sales raised more than expected in April. That might be a reason why this guy pulled up and pulled down a little bit. So possibly people like, okay, the April new home sales, actually 4.1% month over month to 683K versus 663K. and in March, which is things this is very positive. I just don't feel that way. Okay, I mean from the 3 minutes, from 5 minutes, you guys can see the selling pressure. That's obvious, right? It's not like a bearish party. I mean, however, right now I just feel like the position are relatively high, and I just feel like maybe we can making some money by short the market. I mean, just for today. Tomorrow, I don't know. If today drop to somewhere we enjoyed, that might be a very good thing, right? Let's go, right? Here we go. That's what we want, right? Huge selling. You see that? You guys see that? Fucking 10 minutes. Oh, sorry about the word. I'm so excited. Rocket Man. Yeah, Rocket Man. You see that? Rocket Man. You see that, guys? 10 minutes. I said from here to here. How about that? Where is Olivia comment? Where is that? Where are you? Half hour, 10 minutes. How about that? Yes, I like this song, Rocket Man. Every time I trade, I play this song. So let's just kind of lower our stop loss. Let me see. Lower our stop loss to where let me see. The high of this one is 418.13, which you trying to do the short side, so literally you should get extra 1 cent. So we're just a pretend that's a possibly day high, so we want to do that. So which is we from here to here. That's our stop loss right now. So we can see a huge polling about the market struggling to see, hey, we are trying to hold this up. Okay, let's see. But we already closed some positions right here, right? So there's nothing to worry about. Even this market going to break our stop loss, we're still making money today. So there's nothing to worry about this trade. So that's the reason why I say it's important you guys have feel confident about your trade and trade with comfortable position, and do not tighten up. You're trying to just be comfortable about your trade. Okay, be comfortable. Don't tighten up your stop loss. That just will tighten your hands, will make you feel like, hey, I can't do anything right now. You can do a lot of things, right? It's still going. 3 minutes, still going. Okay, there's nothing to worry about. We will see. And next level, and I see some new audience is coming to our live stream. I mean, welcome you guys, and feel free to ask me any questions you have about the market, and you are also very welcome to share your thoughts about this market as well. So just enjoy the trades, okay? Enjoy the trade with me and with our channel. If you think it's very helpful, you can join our Discord community for free. Okay, we will send our signals as well. And looks, we already streamed over an hour, and I think that's the end of the today. And I mean, if you enjoyed today's stream, don't forget to hit that like button You know, we have like button below our YouTube, right? You can like our channel and subscribe for more content, and you can also join our Discord channel by click the link below our channel. Also, feel free to suggest topics you like me to cover in the future live streams. And that's all for today's live stream, and thank you again for joining me. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye bye.